Yeah, oh dude. What can I say? I clearly have a type and it's glittery. Unfortunately, things did not go great. Hello, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for being here. That was super sweet of you. And that was super sweet of you, Bertram. I should have said welcome back to our channel at this point. Even when you guys don't see Bert on camera, oh no, don't leave. Even when you guys don't see Bert on camera, he's always here. He's usually either under the covers or he's on the ground next to me, but it very much is our channel at this point, and I love that for us. Don't have any makeup to zoom you in on yet because you saw the title of the video. You know what we're doing. But these earrings that I'm wearing today are from Shop Kike. I freaking love Shop Kike earrings. These earrings are very holographic, very iridescent-y, which is gonna go along with a lot of the products that we're reviewing today. I'm just so excited. But that's not what this video is about. You did not click on this video to find out that this channel belongs to me and Bert. No, you clicked on this video because you, like me, have an interest in the new ODEN'S Solmane 2 collection. Oh my goodness, I'm so excited to share this collection with you guys. I spent all afternoon getting my B-roll clips of like all of my swatches and product shots, and I can honestly say this is the most beautiful collection I think ODEN'S has ever released. I'm incredibly grateful to be on ODEN'S PR list. They've sent me quite a few of their launches, and yeah, like I just said, this is like the most beautiful one. I don't want to wait another moment. Look at this beautiful mirror that they sent me. It's so beautiful. So let me just get right into it. I'm so freaking excited. I'm gonna be reviewing their Solmane 2 eyeshadow palette, which, take a moment for the packaging. It's so beautiful. It's like kind of tie-dye looking, but the whole theme of this collection is the sun, the moon, and the stars, which, if you know me at all, you know that those motifs are motifs that I love a whole lot. Are they motifs? I don't care. I'm very excited. Look at this color story. Absolutely stunning. Seeing lots of periwinkle here, purples, blues, golds. A really nice mix of like warm and cool tones. ODEN'S is so good at like doing good mixes of warm and cool tones in their shadow palettes. I love it. And then we also have some gel liners, which I believe this is a brand new item for ODEN'S. I don't believe they've carried eyeliners before, so that's very exciting as well. This collection also includes 6 different blushes, and they have 3 different finishes. So you have some mattes, some sequins, there's only like one what I would call sequin, and then a couple of shimmer finishes. And then we have 6 different highlighters, which are the most gorgeous, colorful, iridescent highlighters you've ever seen in your whole life, and I cannot wait to put them on my face. So if that sounds like a topic that is interesting to you and you want to see me put all of this stuff on my face, then I encourage you to please subscribe and keep on watching because it's coming at you right now. Alright, I got you all zoomed in. I want to start off with the blush and highlighter today because I want to do kind of like a blush draping thing, and I think it's going to be too hard to do it retroactively after eyeshadow. So which blush do I want to go in with? I'm going to insert some B-roll right now of all of my blush swatches so you can see the full range of colors. Super, super beautiful. As you can see, there's some matte shades. Like I mentioned before, there's one sequin shade. The shade W102 Peach Gleam did have an overspray on it like the other shimmer shades do, but this one is matte, so that's why I call it more of a sequin, because it's like a matte with like a hint of shimmer in it. In the swatch, I don't think it looks too chunky. I'm not a huge fan of sequin things in general. It is a gorgeous blush shade though, but I think I'm gonna skip that one for today. And for the shimmery blushes, I would say for the 2 shimmery blushes, which are shade W101 Roseate Love, and the other shimmery shade is W103 Sienna Luster. These also have a gold overspray, but they are shimmery all the way through, and I would say these are more like blush lighters. Like, they're really, really shimmery. I think you could see from those swatches. Oh no, I dropped one. Please don't break. Nice. Success. Nice sturdy packaging. Great for clumsy gals like myself. I think I want to go in with the shade Roseate Love, but I also kind of want to use it like a blush topper, so maybe I'll go in with a matte first. Okay, yes, I have my plan. So I'm going to go in with the matte blush first. This is shade B101 Sunset Clouds. Looks like a nice rosy shade. I have used ODEN'S blushes before. I have one of their Alva 2 blushers. I forget what the name of that shade is, but I really like that blush. It's also a matte finish. Yeah, Oh, this is freaking gorgeous. Oden's Eye blushes just blend like a dream. They just melt into the skin. And the fact that you can see I have like a dewy base going on. Super, super pigmented too. I mean, the fact that the blush is this pigmented and not going on patchy, I'm very impressed by. Again, this is the shade Sunset Cloud. Super, super pretty. They all have this beautiful imprint on the inside too. They have these like gorgeous suns in them on all of the blushes. It's just so pretty. Okay, but now let's go in with our blush lighter, as I'm calling it. They don't call it a blush lighter, but the shade Rosier Love. You can see it had an overspray on it. It does come off right away, which is fine, but like I said, this is shimmery all the way through. And I'm still gonna go in with the same blush brush. Let's see how much glow this adds. I still have highlighter to go into, but I love a glowy blush. I'm curious to see how much pigment this gives. Ooh, yeah. Oh yeah, that's adding some sheen to the face for sure. We already had a lot of sheen and now we're getting even more sheen. But I do like that there doesn't seem to be any chunky glitter in it, which is great because I was a little haphazard with the overspray in my brush. I just kind of like went right in, but it doesn't seem like it left any little glittery bits on it. So I'm a big fan so far. Super, super pretty, super effortless to work with. This packaging is gorgeous and it's sturdy. So love the blushes so far. Now let's put on some highlight. So for highlighters, there are 6 different shades, all gorgeous iridescent finishes, but you can tell that the first 3 shades are a little more like smooth looking, whereas the last 3 definitely have a bit more glitteriness to them. Glitteriness is not the right word. It's more so just like you can tell they're a little more dimensional. You can just see there's more shimmer particles in them. So I really do love that they gave you multiple options when it comes to the highlighters. And I am gonna be going in with one of the more glittery highlighters because I'm a little adventurous lady and I want to go in with the shade Rose Sky, which has this gorgeous little moon imprint on it. Oh, and I will say when I was swatching, I noticed that the more glittery shades are a little softer because you can see when I went in to like do my little finger swatch, the imprint went away right away, whereas when I was swatching the less glittery highlighter shades, the imprint remained. So that's how I was able to tell that it's a bit of a softer formula. So I'm gonna go in with a very light hand here, take my little highlighter brush. Let's see how much more sheen I can bring to this face. Oh, yeah, that's a glittery highlighter. Oh boy, that's probably a little too much on the brush there. It is really pretty though. I've used Oden's Eye highlighters before. I've used their Norn's Mesmerizer highlighter before, and that one is like super, super powerful and punchy, and this one is no different. You know what, I'm gonna leave my nose blank so I can use a different shade on there. But yeah, wow, that was going with a light hand if you're gonna be using these glittery ones, because that packed a punch immediately. That's okay, I'm just gonna take my blush brush and try to blend that in a little bit more. But yeah, this is not a subtle highlight by any stretch of the imagination, but when have I ever been subtle? This is beautiful. Okay, now let's take one of our non-glittery shades to go in for a little bit of a nose highlight. I'm gonna take this shade Warm Sunshine, which seems to be the closest thing we have to like a neutral in this collection, but it definitely still looks like it has a little bit of oranginess to it. But yeah, I just wanna show you the difference in formulas here. Right down the bridge there. Okay, yeah, there's definitely a hint of oranginess. I don't know if it's pulling on camera, but this shade is much more subtle than the first shade. I'm able to dip back in again before highlighting the tip of my nose, but it's still gonna give you that glow. Like, it definitely still added glow to my skin, but it's less dimensional. It sounds like a bad thing. I don't think less dimension is always a bad thing when it comes to highlighter. It's just what you're going for, you know? Warm Sunshine is definitely that more natural shade, but I could still see this working well across multiple skin tones because it does have that goldiness, that kind of almost copperiness too. Really, really pretty shade. I like that too. And once we get to the eyeshadow, I'll probably throw like a little brow bone highlight and inner corner highlight here too, so I can use even more shades. But oh my gosh, my base is powerful today, you guys. I love the way this looks so far. And now let's move on to the Solmane 2 eyeshadow palette. This eyeshadow palette absolutely inspired my shirt today. I think I want to stick with like the little periwinkles and purple colors, but I'm gonna overlay my swatches I took of the eyeshadow palette. I know you guys love to see swatches so you can see all of the shades. I have to say ODEN'S is maybe the most consistent eyeshadow palette brand I have ever used. I just find that every palette I've tried from them is consistently good. Like they just have a really, really strong matte formula, super easy to blend, super powerful shimmer formula. I believe I have a clip here of the swatches under flash as well, so you can really see those shimmery shades. I mean, they're just out of bounds. They're so, so good. And yeah, I'm really hopeful that this palette's gonna perform as beautifully on the eyes as it did on my arm, and as all my other ODEN'S eye palettes do. So let's get into the application. All right, so before I go with the eyeshadow, I'm gonna go in with an eye primer. I've been really liking the About Face eye primer lately. It's good at like canceling out veins a little bit, but not being too heavy of a primer, just nice and lightweight. And I wanted to go in with the primer that I know and love so I can really give this eyeshadow formula a fair shot. All right, so let's go in with our first shade. I am dying to use this shade, which is named Dream, an aptly named shade, very dreamy. A lot of kickback, don't be alarmed by that. That just means it's gonna blend well. Well, I hope it means it's gonna blend well. It also matches my shirt, so this is all just a very thrilling experience for me, and I'm just gonna pop that in the crease here. Alrighty, as I suspected, the matte formula is just as wonderful as the ODEN'S matte formula always is. Super easy and smooth to blend on. You can go in with a nice sheer layer, or as I did, you can really build up that color to add pigmentation. I love when you can get like the true pigment of the color, the exact way it looks in the pan, on the eyes without even having to add a white base. I mean, you saw I just went in with like a basically clear or my skin tone eye primer, so really, really love how pigmented that shade showed up, and now I want to add more. So I think what I'm going to do next is take this shade, which is named Soft Cloud. You can see similar color family, but this one's definitely more of like a true pastel pale blue, and I want to use that to blend out this crease shade a little bit, add a little ombre moment. Oh my gosh, that's so pretty. I'm going to take it like all the way up to the brow bone, and then we'll still go over it with a highlighter shade. ODEN'S does blue so well. Whenever I'm going for the blue eyeshadow look, I'm always picking up an ODEN'S palette because I just feel like they really nail it with the blue shades. And I have literally just recreated my shirt as an eye look, and I love it. I got this shirt at Marshall's a couple weeks ago for less than 10 bucks, so you know, I'm doing well overall. All right, so I just went in with a little bit of glitter primer before I go in with my shimmers here. I always do that because I feel like they pop nicer on a glitter primer, and I just use the Fear and I Pixie Epoxy. So now we have to make the very difficult decision of choosing a shimmer shade, and I will probably choose a few, but I know one of them is going to be this guy or this guy. Ugh, which shimmer do I want to use? I don't want to use both purple shimmers. I think we're going to go with the lighter of the two because it looks like, you know, it leans a little bit more periwinkle, which is clearly what I got going on with the mattes. So I think I'll pop that on the inner portion. I'm still going to leave the corner open so I can add another highlight. But yeah, we'll pop that on the inner portion of the eye. I feel great about this decision that we made together. And this shade is called Meteor. So pretty. Holy moly, that is a gorgeous purple. And it's a very dimensional purple too. After I apply a little more, I'm gonna zoom you in so you can see all of the different shimmer colors that are within this purple shimmer. Yeah, let's zoom you in right now. So yeah, oh, I really hope you can see. It's just so dimensional. There's like pink flecks in here, purple flecks of different shades of purple flecks, blue flecks, green flecks. Like there's just so many different dimensional colors that even if you can't see all of them in regular light, like if you can't distinguish which like color particles are in here, I still feel like it just adds a lot of dimension and a lot of sparkle. And dang, this shade is really, really pretty. I really like the shade Meteor. Okay, I think next I'm gonna go in with the shade Deep Space, which see, the thing is, it looks like more of like a tealy blue, and that's not really the vibe right now. The vibe is periwinkle, and I kind of do wish there was a bit more of a periwinkle shimmer shade in here. I guess Meteor is like the closest. So I think what I'm gonna do is go in with the shade Hallucinations, and I might add a touch of Deep Space to like blew up the purple a little bit. Blew up is probably not the best way to say make more blue, but we've already said it. Okay, this is Hallucinations. Okay, very pretty. Definitely more on the satiny side of shimmers, like not as like multi-dimensional shimmery as the other shade we use, but still really beautiful. A really pretty purple shimmer. Okay, I might pick up a brush now. Let me get a brush. Okay, that's really super pretty. Still trying to decide whether or not adding a touch of blue is gonna ruin this or not. I'm gonna add just a touch of blue. I'm just gonna keep it on my brush here because even though it looks kind of teal, I can see that there's like little purple flecks in here. So yeah, we're gonna give it a try. I'm just gonna add a touch of that blue here just because I want it to be more of like a bluish purple, like a periwinkle purple. Yeah, oh, that's nice. I love shimmers that can layer nicely with each other and just kind of mix together on the eye. I will say I've done that with other ODEN'S eye palettes before where I've like mixed shimmers on the eye, and let me tell you, that doesn't work with every shimmer formula, but it works with these. Also not getting a ton of fallout. I am getting a little fallout because I'm being a little reckless with the brush here, but nothing I can't wipe away. Ugh, wow. Yeah, that really did it for me. Look at the shift too when it hits the light. You can see that blue popping out. Okay, now what are we gonna do for an inner corner highlight? I wanna reach back to my little highlighters here. There was a shade I really liked when I was doing my swatches called Lavender Dream, and it was just like the most powerful looking like bluish purple, so I think this should be our inner corner highlight. And Lavender Dream was one of the softer, more like chunkier highlighter formulas, so I think it'll be a good inner corner highlight. And I'm gonna go right in with the brush, pop that on the inner portion of my eye. Dang. Okay, that's pretty with the brush, but I feel the finger just gives the full power. Why do I always use my middle finger? I'm not trying to flip you off. Yeah. Oh, dude, that slaps, that rocks, that does something for me that I cannot describe. Holy moly, what a beautiful inner corner highlight. Dang, yeah, that's got purple in it, it's got blue in it, maybe a hint of green, a very multi-dimensional highlighter shade. And let's use, you know what, we're already gone this far, let's use a different shade for the brow bone highlight. Okay, let's go with the shade Azura Shine for the brow bone highlight. It's also the softer, more like glittery formula. What can I say? I clearly have a type and it's glittery, so I'm gonna pop that in the brow bone highlight. Looks like it's gonna be a nice little blue, and it is, but it's not little, it's a big blue highlight. Holy moly, it's getting in my eyebrows and I don't even care. That is gorgeous. It's kind of similar looking to Lavender Dream, like you can't deny the similarities here, but Lavender Dream definitely pulls a little bit more like lighter purple, whereas this is more of like a deeper blue indigo. And I don't mean like deep, like I think I could definitely still get away with wearing this on the cheeks. I mean, it's a blue highlight. It's not gonna blend in fully, it's a blue highlight, but Azura Shine is more of a true blue, whereas Lavender Dream is definitely a blue purple, but they're both freaking beautiful. So let me go ahead and finish off the other eye real quick. Okay, and before I go in and finish up the eye look with these cream gel liners, I do want to take just a little bit of water activated liner from my little BYOP Glisten palette. This is the Glisten Cosmetics shade Plum. I feel like it's gonna match those crease colors really nicely, and I just want to outline my little graphic shape here. I cannot resist adding graphic liner to all of my eyeshadow looks, I'm sorry. Okay, let me do that real quick. Okay, so now let's talk about these beautiful, colorful gel eyeliners. Like I was saying at the beginning, I think these are new to ODEN'S Eye. I don't think they've ever made eyeliners before, so this is exciting. Unfortunately, things did not go great during the swatching process for me. I'll have the swatches on the screen for you so you can see all of them, but yeah, unfortunately, a couple of the tips broke off immediately, and I did not press very hard on my arm, so that was not very encouraging, and a couple of them fell out altogether. I was able to put them back in, but yeah, these guys are fragile, so just giving you that heads up, they are fragile. I did find that the shades don't totally all match what they look like here, like the caps are not all totally true to color. You know, some of it's just that like they're shimmers and the caps aren't shimmery, but you know, definitely look at the swatches, don't look at the caps for colors. In a couple shades I noticed, you'll probably see there's like two periwinkle shades that look like very similar to each other. These two shades, which are called 007 and 009. I don't know if they have actual shade names, but these are both like periwinkle shades, and I found that when I was swatching them, they look the same as each other. So I would say if you're thinking about getting multiples, don't get both of these because yeah, they pretty much look exactly the same. I guess that 007 is like a tinge lighter, but definitely not worth getting both.
Hi, so I was just looking at ODEN'S website and I realized that I think you have to buy the set of gel liners, so I'm gonna come back and say probably skip this one. It's very unusual to me that they would choose to include both of those colors if you had to buy the whole set, but yeah, I don't recommend it.
And just to let you know which ones the tips fell off of, I don't know if that means they're more sensitive. This purple shade 008 was one of the ones that the tip fell off and the tip fell all the way out. I had to pop it back in. And the other shade the tip fell off was 010. It's like a shimmery blue shade. Honestly, didn't swatch very well. I don't know, it felt kind of dry, so wasn't a huge fan of that one. But okay, now I'm gonna attempt to put 007 in my waterline for a nice periwinkle moment. Is anything happening? Okay. Not sticking great to my waterline. I have this issue with a lot of eyeliners. It's not just the ODEN'S ones, but I think I just have very watery waterlines. Not a whole lot's happening here. Okay, second layer, we're starting to get some pigment. That's a tip for any of you who also have very watery waterlines like I do. Sometimes I'll go in with one layer and then I literally like dry off the tip of the eyeliner on the back of my hand, and then I go back in and usually it sticks a little bit better after that. Okay, it's a pretty color though. I definitely like that color a lot on the waterline, but if I'm being honest with you, I just don't think they're any better than like my cheap little LA Girl Shockwave neon eyeliners, which only cost like a couple bucks. Actually, before I wrap up this eyeliner section, I do want to show you how much product you get, because like I said, this purple one popped out. Let me see if I can get it to pop out again. Yep, with ease. Okay, this is how much product you get, which if I'm being honest, it's not really a lot of product. Typically with pencils, I feel like aren't they supposed to go all the way through? I don't know. I'm sure this would last a very long time if it didn't break, but the tip broke off immediately, so I don't know. So this is how much product you get minus the tip for reference. Yeah, oh man, there's like more of it is broken off in the cap. Dang, yeah, this is a fragile, fragile formula. Alrighty, I went ahead and added a little bit of mascara and some lip gloss. The lip gloss I'm wearing is from Glisten Cosmetics. It's the shade Crystal. It's a nice clear gloss with just a little bit of blue reflex in it. I feel like it's really complimenting the look. And you guys, with that, we've reached the end of the video. Oh my gosh, it got so dark out. Let's turn up that brightness a little bit. Okay, hi, here I am. Overall, I would say my recommendations from the new Solmane 2 collection, I'm not gonna lie to you and say you need everything. I don't think you need everything. I will say the eyeshadow palette, formula-wise, super consistent with all other ODEN'S eye formulas. So I would say if you like this color story, go for it. I love color stories like this. I'm not sure I'll get a ton of use out of these warm tones up here because I don't tend to reach for them as much, but you know what? I can push myself out of my comfort zone and use those some more. But this bottom section, those are my bread and butter, baby. I love periwinkles and blues and purples, so absolutely love the eyeshadow palette. And like I kind of already alluded to with these eyeliners, I don't really think you need these liners. I don't know, there's nothing all that spectacular about the formula to me. Now when it comes to the blushes and highlighters, these guys are incredible. I don't think you need every single shade of every one. I mean, like I was kind of showing you with the blue and purple shade, those look a little similar on the eyes, so I would say like if you want to get multiple highlighters, only get one of like the blue purpley shades because they look pretty similar. But formula wise, absolutely beautiful. Definitely recommend the highlighter formula. Same with the blush formula. I even really liked the blush lighters more than I thought I would. I thought it was gonna be too much like straight up highlighter. I mean, you saw even before I added this highlight, the glowy blushes definitely added more glow, but they're not as blush lightery as I initially thought. So really, really like that formula. Excited to keep playing with it. And like I said, even though it has an overspray, it didn't add any big chunky glitter, and the shimmery blushes are shimmery all the way through. But overall, this collection is incredible, super beautiful, exciting to see so much new packaging from ODEN'S. Typically everything comes in their like little cardboard packaging, which is also fine, but like these make me feel very glamorous. And as you saw earlier, when I freaking dropped one on the floor, it didn't crack or break at all. So that's exciting. We love beautiful packaging and sturdy packaging. But yeah, let me know if you're picking up anything from the new ODEN'S collection. Is there anything you want to see me review more? I'd would love to use this collection again in a get ready with me so I can show you more looks using this palette if you're looking for some inspiration. And I thank you guys so much for watching. If you like this video, please give it a big thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. I post new videos twice a week and I live stream most Saturdays. Check out my description box for all of the makeup details of all the products that I used today. Also in my description box, I will have a bunch of Black Lives Matter resources, resources to support the Asian American community, resources to support the LGBTQ+ community, and resources to support Ukraine. So please click on those links if you haven't yet. And I thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!